Hey everybody, it's Dina Rica with the Creativity Cave, and I'm so excited to stamp with you today because I have such a fun, easy card for you to make. This uses Stampin' Up's mixed drinks stamp set, which is so much fun. There's so many different types of drinks that you can create with the stamps that come in this set, and then there's such cute sayings that go with it. And so I really have enjoyed playing with this stamp set. So my card today includes several bright, happy colors. And like I said, it's really easy to put together, which of course I love. So I'm using a really fun, bright, happy, summery color palette, which is Bermuda Bay, Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, Lemon Lime Twist, and Peekaboo Peach. So let's put this together. I'm going to start by protecting my workspace because you know that's always an issue for me. And I have gone ahead and got my cardstock pre-cut. All of the dimensions as well as photos and tips and all kinds of stuff are on my blog. Of course, you'll get everything here as well. The link is in the description of this video, and there's a little box right here. If you click on that and subscribe to my channel, you'll never miss any awesome projects. Okay, so I've got my Flirty Flamingo card base. I've got a piece of basic black cardstock, and then I'm going to stamp on my Whisper White panel. I'm using Memento ink, and oftentimes people ask me the difference between using Memento ink and our archival black ink. And I think the big difference for this is really whether or not you're watercoloring. So because I'm not watercoloring these images, I am using just black Memento ink, and the ink dries really quick. It doesn't stain your stamps, which is lovely. And you can see I've just filled in my sheet diagonally with the images here. Okay, and I think I actually have a few more on this card than I did on my sample, which is just fine. It doesn't matter. All right, I'm also going to add to it the drink, which is the color portion of my drink. And I love that Stampin' Up has made this in different colors, so it's really easy to create. So I'm going to start with my lightest color first, although this doesn't really matter. So I'll do one up here, and one here, and maybe one over here. Okay, and then I'll go on to my next color. So I think this is just such a fun card to send to a girlfriend, or like I'm thinking I might send this to my sister. So again, I'm just stamping like 2 to 3 glasses. Here's where I stress out about where to place the next one. It's really not that big of a decision, but sometimes you just want to make sure they're evenly spaced. That's how I felt when I was making this card anyway, which I know is kind of silly, but oh well. All right, there's 3 of those. Now I'm gonna have to make do with 2 coming up here. I'm just cleaning my stamp in between off camera. So there's 2 in Bermuda, and then we'll do 2 in Lemon Lime Twist. There we go. All right. Now I also notice that there is this one little spot right here that's kind of empty. So we're going to fill that with a glass, and then we're going to stamp it with Bermuda because it will fit perfectly there, and that ink pad is still open. There you go. See, it is such a science as to how I pick things, isn't it? All right. Now what I also did was I embellished a couple of these different glasses with straws and lemon wedges. So I'm going to put one here and here, and I'm trying to get them so that they're not all in the same kind of lineup. There, and maybe there. I'm not doing a very good job of that. Then I'm going to add one other touch, which is a Daffodil Delight lemon slice to those same glasses. So I'll just kind of put it on the corner as if it were a real drink. Garnish. And I think this adds kind of a lot of fun to the card. Okay, so we've got that. Now the last thing I'm going to do to this before we move on to the next section is give it a little spritz. You know I love spritzing stuff. I'll get my card out of the way. So there we go. Got some spritz, got a little on me, but that's kind of how stamping goes. So there is my background. All right, now I'm going to switch gears, and of course I'm going to do my glass. So on that I'm going to take a scrap of Whisper White cardstock, and I'll stamp one more of these glasses. And because I chose my card base in Flirty Flamingo, that's the color I'm going to use for my drink. So I'm just going to clean off my drink stamp once more, and we will put that at the bottom like so. I'm going to add my straw because of course this is one of the good drinks that's garnished with all things yummy. And then I'll put my cute little lemon wedge right on the corner there. And then last but not least, I'm going to add some clear Wink of Stella because, as everyone knows, a drink that sparkles is a fabulous drink. So I'll just put some clear Wink of Stella on my colored portion here, and you can see the shimmer is so nice. I really struggle because you cannot capture shimmer in photos. It's, I don't want to say impossible, but it's pretty tricky. Okay, so now I'll take and punch this out with my 2-inch circle punch, which is perfect for this. And then I'm going to bring that black accent theme through by punching a circle with my black cardstock and the Starburst punch. So cute. I'm thinking I could go for a drink with this right about now. So today is Eclipse Day. If you haven't heard, there's an eclipse coming, and I'm so bummed out because we are in like the 90% range for like total blackout, but 90%, not 100%, which is awesome, except that this day is a rainy day. We haven't had rain in like 3 weeks here in Iowa. It's really, really dry. My lawn looks horrible. And yet today is the day the eclipse is coming, and it's gonna like rain off and on all day long. Like seriously, my husband has done all these preparations. He 3D printed little eclipse viewers. He made a little eclipse box with a hole in it, you know, for my son yesterday. That was a little project they did. All of this stuff, and it's probably gonna rain, which means it's already gonna be dark, which means I don't know if we're even gonna get to see any of this. It's once in 100 years. I can't even believe it. I'm kind of, I don't want to say depressed, but I'm a little disappointed. All right, now you can see I wrapped my baker's twine around here a few times, and then we're gonna kind of position that with our punch, which I got excited about and put, well, I'm going to move this over just a touch. I got excited and put my dimensionals on here, but then I realized I needed to get the baker's twine on. And then again, this is just another little fun touch. And we have one more fun touch to do, and that is, actually I probably should have adhered this first, but that's okay. One more fun touch, and that is our sentiment. And I have a really cute little thing for that too. So, okay, I'll set that aside for a second. What we're going to do is stamp the sentiment, and I love the sentiments that come in this set. They're so awesome. And there's a pretty good variety of things that you can do with the sentiments in this set. Sorry, I'm just grabbing my scrap. It got away from me. All right, so I'll stamp this once more in my black ink, which, oh goodness, what did I do with? Here it is. Shocking, under something. Okay, now what's really fun about this, ooh, that stamped horribly. Let's try that once more. Thank goodness cardstock is two-sided. Oh, second time is the charm. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually grab a piece of black cardstock scrap out of my drawer here. This piece will work perfect. Okay, so I'm going to use my triple banner punch. You know this is my go-to punch for most things in life. And, ooh, I cut that kind of tight, but that'll work. All right, so I have my, you know what, that bugs me. Sorry, we're going to do this one more time. I apologize. But it's my card and I can redo it if I want to. Okay. Do you ever feel like that? Like you really put a lot of effort into it up to this point. You want it to look cute. Okay, so let's cut not quite so much off this time. There we go. That's much better. Here's to you and your amazingness. Now I'm going to trim this off just a little shorter. And what I'm going to do is take another scrap of black cardstock and use the new, oh gosh, what is the name of this? It is some kind of ribbon border punch. I look it up every time and I still can't remember. So I punched it once, okay, and it's cut my image. Then I'm going to push it over, line it up, and punch again. And then I have this beautiful border, okay, except I did a terrible job. So let's try that one more time. Okay, pushing it over. It's hard to do because where I need to look is where the camera is. There, that was much better. Okay, so I'm just going to rip this out. Now you can see you can use the eyelet edge of this or just the scalloped edge of this. I want the scalloped edge. So I want the scalloped edge to stick out the bottom of my little piece here. So I'm going to trim this little bit off right there. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the bottom of this. And then I'm going to line it up so that you see just the little scallop edge poke off the bottom. Isn't that cute? And actually I need to trim just a little bit more off. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is pop this up onto my card. And this little touch, it might seem kind of insignificant, but I think it actually adds quite a nice little touch to your projects. Just this cute little border right here. So I'll adhere this to my card right about there. And then I'm going to trim the excess off. And that's when I like to turn things over and cut. Isn't that cute? And I just think this really kind of highlights the whole thing. All right, last but not least, I'm just going to pop this up onto my card. And of course, I can use my dimensionals by just cutting them into little hunks and use those big edge pieces. Once more, I find that whenever I'm done with a card, I have little dimensional backings all over my work surface. Do you guys ever notice that? I find them in unmentionable places, but I kind of love it. All right, so there you go. Here is a really fun, cute card. I hope you enjoyed stamping with me today. I sure did. Thank you so much. And come back later this afternoon, actually this evening at 7 o'clock. I will be on Facebook Live, and I will put a link in the description of this video so you can join us for all the fun, because it's always a good time. Thanks so much for stamping with me today. We'll see you again soon, guys. Bye-bye.